As John Peel says, real life has surface noise. So, there's something in popular music tourism writings. Well, it's not in popular music tourism writings, it's in my head, and that's called the electric banana syndrome. Don't look for it, it's not there anymore. So many places are gone, so many places are inaccessible. This is the most accessible, important music heritage attraction in the world, maybe. Well, yeah, you agree, I agree, and I have in my hand about 100 pieces of paper from people from all over the world who are also likely to agree. When I walked in here and just asked, can I do this? And they said yes. It just seems so stupid that, you know, nobody else has done it. Because, I mean, it is stupid that nobody else has done it. Created a music heritage. How did the original Crossroads Sabbath myth, the original Clarksdale myth emerge? It was probably something like this. Son House is in a bar, he doesn't have any money, and he says to someone, you want to hear a story? I'll tell you a story. 70 years later, there's all kinds of economic and social development going on at the Rosedale Crossroads. And Odette here, who provided the items from Edwin Lowe, which are in the cabinet outside, she is the first person in the world to purposefully visit both the Clarksdale Crossroads and the Crossroads of Sabbath. And I think that there will be many more people doing that if I continue to do what I do, you know. There are, as I say, these feedback forms are very important. As a result of these feedback forms, there are other discussions, you know, there's discussions happening, right, well, in October. Let's do it in October. So what next? Part of this was on Wednesday. I went to Soho House. I managed to get to Soho House at last. It opened 20 years ago, and I live within walking distance, and it's taken me 20 years to get there. And the really enthusiastic guide, there was a point when she was saying, it's just so difficult to get people to understand the importance of these things. And then afterwards, when I was having a chat with her and trying to explain to her that the Lunar Room is exactly the same as this room, and people from all over the world will come to see it, she said, oh, I don't know, I don't see it. So I just reminded her of what she'd said earlier about other people not seeing things. Yeah, but I don't know what's happening. I've got a lot of ideas, and there's two things which are definitely, there's going to be meetings about. I don't know if I'll do anything else with this. I feel like I've already done my work on this building. But it's not just me that's done the work. Three other guys have done the work as well. So if you'd like to come up and join me. When I approached Tony, I was pretty sure, well, all of them agreed to waive their fees. No, they didn't agree, they offered to waive their fees, because I did, you know, budget this out as a proper, full business thing, but because they waived their fees, we've got the Warpig, and oh, right, incidentally, I better just change this. That's the logo, visible throughout the building. Yeah, but Ike is the last member of the team. He's a sound engineer. He's also a drummer and guitarist, and a drummer who lives a couple of streets away from where Bill Ward grew up. Recording engineer, mastering engineer, etc. Tim is the stage manager, has worked on some of the biggest stages in the world, including the Olympics opening ceremony, and Tony likes messing around with fake blood. We've got two more historical reenactments to come. There's some bits of metal in this bag, and you've got to pick one ring thing and pull it out.
Short straw gets to pack it.
There you go. Pick one.
My very own.
All right, Isaac, the last member of the team, gets the biggest one. So this is actually two historical reenactments. One when Ozzy's father gave the band taps, not taps. He gave them crosses to put around aluminium crosses, and then later on, Patrick Meeham gave them gold crosses, and we all know what happened there. And then the last historical reenactment is we are now going to go over the road to the pub, The building is open till 6:30 for you to have a wander around. And don't forget all the other things in the building that are described in the fanzine. Tim is going to go and be available to sell more copies of the fanzines. We're going to be coming back straight in at 6:30 and start breaking it down. We've got to be out there by 7 and we'll be back over in the pub, hopefully before 8. But thank you very much. Don't get feedback on